Splatoon is a very colorful and odd shooter from Nintendo. Odd because the game had weapons you don't find in other shooters. The game makes you feel like you're painting with the weapon. I know that it's ink, but the ink is similar to paint. It doesn't help that there is a paint roller for a weapon. I don't know what it is about Splatoon that I love so much. It could be because of the fandom creating all the great content from art, animation, and more. I know a good amount of info on the game. I've been here from the start with the Twitter, Off the Hook, and now Deep Cut. I often find myself on the website Inkopedia watching IPL Splatoon tournament and others on Twitch, and of course I watch the Splatoon Direct. The premier mode for this game is Turf War, a 3-minute battle where players ink the mode turf. The mode is a good showcase for the type of game it wants to be. The series had a story and lore, event every month, and more, with the good, the bad, and what is she wearing. I welcome you to the colorful world of Splatoon. You arrive at Inkopolis. You hear the news that the great starfish is gone. Captain Cuttlefish tells you the evil Altarians are behind the kidnapping, and he made you an agent, Agent Free. Later, Cuttlefish is kidnapped by DJ Octavio, the final boss. Agent Free meets up with Callie and Marie, who are worried about the captain. Agent Free reaches the final boss to stop his plan and win. The final thing about the story is the last Splatfest. The last team was Callie versus Marie, and Marie was the winner. You arrive at a new plaza and you hear the news that the great starfish is gone again. But that's not all. Callie had gone missing. Marie tells you that the evil Altarians are behind the kidnapping and asks for your help, making you Agent 4. You learn that Callie had been brainwashed and had been warning you to stop fighting. 4 reaches Octavio with Callie. Marie snapped Callie out of it and returned her back to normal. With Callie back to normal, you take down the final boss. You play as an Octoling with no memory and are lost in a subway. Cuttlefish is tagging along with you. He was traveling with Agent Free, but they got set apart. A telephone tells you a way out and about who you are, but Cuttlefish called you Agent 8 for short. To reach the Promised Land, you need to collect 4 objects, but they look familiar. Once you collect all 4, they are combined into a blender?
It's a trap!
In the nick of time, Free showed up and rescued you, but he or she is knocked out cold. The final fate is all but left for Agent 8. During one of the phases, something happened to Free and Cuttlefish, and right before the end, you fight against a brainwashed Agent Free and turn him or her back to normal. You finally made it and meet up with Off the Hook. But one more thing to take care of. With nothing else to lose, the telephone who called himself Commander Tartar tried to destroy all of Inkopolis. Arena comes up with a plan to stop him with the help of 8 and Pearl. You put the plan into action and complete it. And with that, you save all of Inkopolis. Before we head into number 3, I have to talk about the final event. Even though the last one was the Super Mario one, the last theme was Chaos versus Order. The winner of the event would alter Splatoon going forward, and the winner was Chaos. You arrive in a new town and the great starfish is gone again.
Oh shit, here we go again.
A retired cuttlefish asks for your help, calling you Agent Free. You have a small fry or little buddy who isn't here just to be cute. I'm going to call him Bob, because there's always room for a Bob. Quickly, you come against Octavio and you beat him easily. However, he is not behind all of this. After the battle, the ground beneath you breaks and everyone falls. You find yourself in this new world. You meet up with the previous agent, and the old Agent Free is now the new captain. You meet Deep Cut, who are bandits and the new idol. You learn that Mr. Grid is behind all of this. Wait, him? I know Mr. Grid is shady, but he's evil? And not like a bad boss that you work for evil, but evil? I'm going to kill that bear. With the help of everyone, you stop Mr. Grid and save the world. All the Splatoon campaigns teach you how to play the game and prepare for online battles. Splat 1 and 2 levels are traditional. Get to the gold level with the right amount of difficulty. The auto campaign is more difficult than the others. With levels you have to beat without getting hit with ink, playing pool with 8 balls, and breaking boxes to match a shape like a dog. But I wouldn't put the auto campaign in the same category as Ninja Gaiden or Cuphead. If you die a lot, and you will, the game will allow you to skip a level. If you want to 100% the game, you have to beat all the levels with your own skill. Splat 3 levels are close to the auto campaign, but without high difficulty. You don't have to play all the levels to beat the game. Just like the auto campaign. From the start, the game tricked you into believing it to be traditional levels. The levels are fun, and I like them minus a few, but I was hoping for something new or open world. These are events where players pick between 2 options in the older title, while Splat 3 has 3 options. All battles are turf wars, with everyone adding to a total. They did make some good ones, mostly in the crossover area. Splat 1 did a Transformers event, one event to celebrate the release of Pokemon Red and Blue for the 3DS eShop, and a SpongeBob event. Could you imagine if they did this for Splatoon 3 and the amount of meme people would make? But then again, when had that stopped anyone from making a SpongeBob reference? Okay, let's pop the Rainmaker. Aw man, maybe it won't go into overtime? In Splatoon, the event lasted for 2 years. We got a few repeats and a Super Mario event when everyone believed Splatfest were dead. Players were given a Smash event. America and Europe got a Ninja Turtles event, while Japan got a Hello Kitty one. Japan also got the Pocky event and a McDonald's event. Wouldn't America get that one? Do you know how many we have over here? Yeah, the one thing all Splatoon players hate. If your internet is less than average or poor, it's hard to say if Splatoon is right for you. Because Splatoon is heavily focused on multiplayer. You could be missing half or more than half of the game if you keep disconnecting. Not to mention the third party problem. They become a problem when people do it in a public lobby. It does not matter the mode, what level you are, or what rank you do them in. It's not okay with everyone. We all want to have fun in some way. But please do third parties in private lobbies so you don't bother other players. But what if someone who had poor internet can't play locally and keep disconnecting? The only battle or two this person get is a free party for the day. It's tough for that person. I'm saying all of this to make everyone understand or aware. So please, let's understand each other. Are we okay? Are we woomy? Are we female? All games are similar in a way to each other, but with differences in game feel. All games offer the turf war mode as mentioned earlier in the video, ranked mode, and a way to buy items. Each weapon kit in every game is different, mostly due to the specials you can use. I'm not going to talk about the multiplayer in the first game, because I feel 2 and 3 do a better job with the multiplayer option and quality of life featured. If you do, I have to warn you, the first game had a hacking problem. Splatoon offered more options, ranked and league battles with 4 different modes and diamond run. In tower control, one player gets on a tower to make it move. While one person is on the tower, the other player defends their teammate on the tower by attacking their foe or moving them away from the tower and vice versa. In Splatoon, players need to ink 1 or 2 areas to take control. If Team B take control after Team A is given a penalty and had to work their time out of it when taking control back over. In Rainmaker, players must first break the shield around it. One person had to pick it up and take it to the enemy goal. The Rainmaker carrier loses the ability to use their main, sub, and special. However, the Rainmaker is not useless. It can make one powerful attack that can ink a good amount of ground and smaller shots as well. And Clam, the new mode. Okay, Bill, not yet. Players need to grab 10 clam to form a power clam. You throw the power clam to break the opponent's shield around the basket on the other side of the map. Once the shield is down, you and your team need to throw clams in the opponent's basket for more points to keep the shield from recovering. Once the shield is back up, the opposite team get a power clam or pity clam to fight back. You know the rules, and so do I. However, I feel people don't know how to play this mode even at a high ranking. And I mean the simple rules, and not any type of advanced technique. Or maybe I get a lot of questionable teammates in this mode for solo play. No matter how someone would reword or switch the opinion of Clam Blitz, I feel a lot of people will never like the mode, but I can't explain why in this video. Not to say other modes don't have their share of a painful headache. The only type of communication you have is on a D-pad. It's okay in other modes, but in Clam, it's not enough. Clam is a mode made to be played with people using real communication, working out the biggest problem with the mode. Two issues I think some people will have with Clam are defense and waiting. Defense is something a lot of my teammates forget about or just lack. If your team defense is poor, your enemy will get into your bait and score without effort. But the worst part for some people is the waiting game. Clam is the only mode where it can last a long time or the whole match before anyone scores. And the sad part is that I don't even know where the problem with Clam Blitz stops. Diamond Run is one of my favorite modes in Splatoon. You fight free waves against AI Diamond. Everyone needs to work as a team to get the job done. Every wave is random with different events like water levels, fog, and the mothership. You're given a new weapon for every round and 2 specials to meet the quota for each wave before the time runs out. If you win, you get a raid and more points for your daily bonus. And watch your team do whatever at the end. Diamond Run had wildcard or random rotation. These rotations are when you have a chance to try out a rare and powerful weapon. Sometimes rare weapon only rotation will happen, where it's nothing but using a rare weapon after another one. I have put so much time into this one mode. I know what to do in every event. I beat hazard level match multiple times. Played every rotation before Splat Free, made it to the highest level, and know how every weapon is used. Well, in my own way, because some weapons like the Ink Brush and Dynamo Roller are a pain to work with. All the modes from Splatoon 2 return for Splatoon 3, but with more or different features, along with new modes and new moves to help in battle. Turf War and Splat Zone are the same with nothing new. Clams had a player collect 8 clams to make a power clam, not 10. Also, clams appear free at a time and not 4. Rainmaker now had checkpoint. You have to use 1 checkpoint before taking the Rainmaker to the goal, because you will not get extra points for doing so. In Splat 2, all players have 4 different ranks for each rank mode. In Splat 3, all players just have 1 rank and it counts for all the rank modes. Do you know what this means? I never have to play Clam ever again.
Yes!
That's great, but what happened with showing other players leveled and ranked? Diamond Run is back and I couldn't be happier. But don't tell Bob. The mode is now available 24/7. It's the same idea, but with smarter AI, new bosses, new event, and harder difficulty. One thing you can do now is throw your egg. This is helpful when you're in a pinch or for the giant tornado event. You may get a chance to fight the king of all Diamond in the extra wave. You need to beat other bosses to get a golden egg to shoot at the king for more damage. And be careful not to die. If you fail, everyone still gets a raise for beating the free wave. So don't worry too much about not winning the extra wave. This new Diamond Run is fun, but something is off. The stuff that I could do in Splatoon are not here. I can't put my finger on it. It's like the weapon got nerfed or the game feel, or maybe a lot of people are not used to the harder difficulty. I don't know. Here is what I do know. Some specials like the Killer Whale 5.1 can't replace the Stingray power and control for me. All Fry can kill you in 3 hits now. And oh, the frame rate in this mode is not great when a lot is going on. Table Turf Battle is a new mode. It's Turf War, but in card form. Tricolor Battle is the other new mode. It only appeared after the halfway point in the Splatfest. It's Turf War, however, it's a 4 versus 2 versus 2 battle. The team in the lead with a full team had to fight off the other 2 teams with 2 players each. The team with 2 players have to get an ultra signal to help them ink the turf they cannot ink due to their short number. The problem with the mode is that it happened at random and had a low chance. The winning team doesn't get to choose the mode. If you do have the option to pick, there is a high chance the game will put you into a turf war match, not the tricolor match. I can understand why they throw you into a normal battle, but I don't like how this is set up. The amount of options you have for your character in Splash 3 is quite good. The game doesn't use the word gender. The game uses the word style for body type or gender, not boy or girl. However, gender is still within the game. But I can tell the difference between the male and female characters, like with the cut eyebrow and the voices they make. All hair and legwear are not locked behind a gender. I wish the hair were edited a bit. For example, if the female option on the male had a small edit to make it look a bit different from the female, and vice versa, or something like that, but that is just me. I don't like how it all copy and paste from the previous game. But I can't lie, the female original long hair and Splatoon short hair on my male inkling look nice. I kinda like it. You can buy new gear and more from a shop to help you in battle. But I don't like the new guy Mr. Coco. He looked like he would tear me a new one. The game had even more customization. You have victory emote, name tag option, a locker you can edit, and much more. One of the most helpful people of all is merch. You can order gear from another player and the phone app, You can use Super Snail to reroll abilities and boost your gear star power. You can use money to shrub ability pieces and use ability pieces you get from different means and add them to gear. Splatoon 3 offers a lot of customization, different game modes, and more. And that's great! However, something had been annoying me. I didn't realize the problem in Splatoon 2. And Splatoon 3 made me realize the biggest and worst thing about the game. Why do most live service games or modern games have to use some type of grinding? In Splatoon, you have to grind your level, grind your rank, grind for money, grind ability pieces, grind your gear, and grind for Super Snails. Due to Splatoon 3, it grinding the catalog and grinding for Sheldon licenses to get new weapons. If this game had nuts, we'll be grinding them as well. It doesn't help that the game had a FOMO moment with the catalog that you can't pick what you want and gotcha stuff with this machine. I'm glad the game is handled by Nintendo and not, not to say Nintendo is not guilty of this. Yes, I know this game is a live service and doesn't have microtransactions and all of this stuff is cosmetic. Splatoon is not the only live service game out there. But I have stuff to do and other games to play. If a game had optional content or stuff to collect or to do, don't make it a pain. How the game does gear in Splash 3 compared to the other games is great, but they had to mess that up too. To upgrade your gear, you have to use Super Snail or money. Here's the problem. The only way to get snailed in Splash 3 is by playing Splatfest. If you only use snail to fully upgrade, it would take at least 35 of them for one piece of gear. You will have to grind your Splatfest title up to ruler, the highest ranking in 2 events, just to fully upgrade one piece of gear. As for using money, that's a problem too. Shops that sell gear are limited in number, and it's random what shows up. If you don't see the gear you want to upgrade, you have to wait a whole real-life day before doing it all over again. And I'm not even sure if it's even worth it. The fully upgraded gear only goes up by so little. The game needs to start giving out free snails like candy on Halloween. Battles and Diamond Run need to give even more money. Give people more snails after Splatfest without doing more grinding. Or the amount of snails or money for upgrading need to be lowered. Oh, one more thing. The rank reset mechanic in each battle. And I'm using info from Wikipedia. Every 3 months, your rank in Anarchy battles will drop. If a player wants to play in each battle coming soon, they will have to get a rank of Ed plus 10, and keep in mind, your rank starts at Ed plus 0, which means more grinding.
No! No!
I'm aware I didn't talk about or explain everything and had some opinion, but I still love Splatoon. While Splatoon 3 is fun and all, the game needs to do something about all the grinding and work out some issues I have heard about. Of course, the game will get more content and updates for the next 2 years. Not sure what content it will be. I can't talk about something that is not here. I hope you all had fun watching. But one more thing I have to say. We all wish Big Man was real because we all want to hug him. Who doesn't want to hug him? And you know you want to hug him. Don't lie to me.